Oh, well. GM, G, to the M. Right morning, my friends. D-Gens, Diamond Hand Fam, Fortune Fuel Crew, Super Soldiers, One Percenters, Pioneers, Pivoters, Pursuers, Builders, Brothers and Sisters, Hermanos y Hermanas, Mamas y Papas, anyone I may have left out, and anyone in between. Welcome back, and welcome into the best way to start your day. It's time to get fired up at Fortune Fuel, baby. That's right, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time, and I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton Capp Swirl One, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my guys, and dive down some motivational and inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. Now, let me be the first to tell you that we got one hell of a show on tap for you here on this tremendous Thursday morning.
Another one.
If you haven't checked your calendar yet today, it is February the 13th, 2025, baby. And I hope you're ready to come alive because we got more inspiration, more motivation, more good vibrations, and more high-level conversation than you're going to know what to do with over the course of episode 668. So you better strap in because it's about to get hot. But before we can get that proverbial show train steaming on down towards the tracks of change towards Perspective Station. We must humbly ask you to do a few things. If you can find it in that big old heart of yours, to do us a few favors this morning. Maybe you could take a quick moment to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the Forge and Fuel podcast on. If you are watching on the old YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell right down there as well, so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the channel. And if you're enjoying this morning's program, you might as well smash that like button too, so you can help that algo go and flow on the old tube of the U variety. But maybe you don't like that platform. Maybe you're watching over there on Rumble, and if that's the case, hit a subscribe, smash a notification bell, maybe even turn that like all the way thumbs up as well. That way you can help the algo go and flow over on the Rumble. Maybe you're watching on X. Maybe you like the platform of the truth. And if so, maybe you could smash a heart. Maybe you could hit the hell out of a repost. Maybe you could even crush a quote post and let the people know on the X timeline why you have decided to tune in live in prime time to Forge and Fuel this morning. And last but certainly not least, if you are listening to this podcast or potentially watching as well on one of your favorite podcasting platforms like Apple, Amazon Music, or maybe even Spotify, maybe you could take a moment as well to give us a follow, leave us a 5-star rating, subscribe to the show, or honestly just smash the shit out of whatever buttons you see on your screen, don't you know? Because it only helps us continue to grow and flow on all those platforms as well. As for all you beautiful human beings tapped in, tuned in, locked in, live in prime time, here at episode 668 of Forge and Fuel, we can't thank you enough for smashing the shit out of all of those buttons and helping that algo go and flow here first thing this morning. But maybe you haven't. Maybe you're sitting there saying, what the hell do I need to hit those buttons for? I'm just here to listen to a little perspective and get a clear mindset. Why do I got to do that? Well, maybe this show does. Maybe this show does that for you. Maybe this, as 47 and 45 just said, don't be rude. Maybe it's a kind thing, as this is our job to show up every day and get you motivated, inspirated, and ready to go, baby. Maybe you could just simply hit those buttons and not be a hoe and share the show. Be a friend, tell a friend, let somebody know as we proceed with this morning's program. Yeah, buddy. My friends, you've heard us, you've heard we, you've heard boys, you've heard fellas, yet you've only seen me on your screen. Now, you have heard some sounds. You've heard some glass breaking all around. You've heard some bombs dropping, some bells ringing, some wonderful humming beings singing their tune. So that must mean even the Macho Man Randy Savage, holy shit, the man, the myth, the legend, Derek DZ Snow, DEEZYY, coming off of an electric show last night at Decoding the Divide, back here live in prime time, as always, Mr. Lightweight, baby! Forge and Fuel, the lightweight slang and iron pumping, bowling ball bench pressing is live in our building, my friends. Wouldn't be able to have this show without him. Shout out DEEZYY. But my friends, there is another guy who's here with us as well. A man who's got a plan to help you get that mindset refined, a plan to help you whip your life back into shape, and sometimes even a plan to go travel this wide open land, to go complete a mission in some foreign land, which he just completed. And now, my friends, back at the new HQ. Maybe you haven't even tuned in since he was back in this building, since he's officially moved in. Maybe you got no idea. Maybe he started traveling before you even had an opportunity to see him here. So, my friends, maybe from brand new settings for you, or maybe even still a brand new setting yet for some of us. Who's to say, who's to know, my friends? But joining us now on this fine morning show is the founder of the Grandpa Ape Country Club. The lead pro on the GACC greens, if you will. What? He is a professional DJ with a wide-ranging musical catalog. Honestly, has a catalog that can compete with any damn DJ in the game. I was telling somebody the other day, I said, you and I both know if he ever had an opportunity to put a stick in a USB and open up for XYZ, they wouldn't even want to see XYZ. It would all be about HE. He is the one, the only, always bringing that heat, a damn human iPod.
Oh, yeah!
A purveyor of positive vibes.
What?
A curator of high-level energies.
What?
And I would make sure that happened, by the way, because that's my fucking guy, baby.
What?
A certified PLP pusher.
What?
The jet plane flying.
What?
McLaren driving.
What?
Integra window smashing. Jesus piece dangling.
What?
Rolex rocking.
What?
Sweet James Jones himself.
What?
My friends, up early in the morning because ain't not enough time in the day. He done smoked 2 sweets and sold 3 chickens for the damn clock strike 9. My man, yo guy, the one, the only, with an emphasis on the one.
What?
He's Mr. Turned Up himself. Over there weighing in as the heavy hitter. He's the DJ Swirl One. Welcome back to the wintry, windy city, Swirl.
Oh my God.
How you doing?
Bro, welcome everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, I'm definitely live and in prime time. Oh yeah, snow. So yesterday, I get off the Uber. First off, you guys saw it landed me right at my house at 4:19. So I had a minute, So I looked outside and I saw a little bit of snow, and I was like, all my neighbors were 100% doing their outsider, and I was just like, man, the Cleveland came out in your boy, and I went out there and I super soldiered the shit out of my driveway. It looked amazing, and I did it in like 13 minutes. I was done, and I was like, yeah, that was pretty darn easy. That was easy. And then I woke up this morning, and it doesn't even look like I did it. This is like, what? What is this life, right? I don't even think I went out there. I think I dreamt that because it looks exactly the same. So,
100%.
So hey, regardless, I'm ready. I'm going to do it again sometime today. It took 13 minutes yesterday. I'm going to try to beat that record. Not really, because that's how people end up with heart attacks. Be safe out there with the snow. However, my friends, thank you for being here. Do us a favor, and if you wouldn't mind getting in that little, this device, that thing you spend all that money on, everybody, it's like $100 a month for most people. Go in there and send out a little text. Maybe the link for this show. Maybe you're watching it on YouTube and you go, that's the easiest way because I know they watch YouTube. Let me grab that and send it over. Or maybe you say, you know what? I've heard them listen to Spotify before. Maybe I'll send it from the Spotify link. That's how I'll do it. So that way it's easy for them. They don't have to figure out how to do a new account, log in, forgot my password. So you could help out in that way. My friends, thank you so much for getting us started. Forge your fuel on a Thursday, baby.
Shout out Swirl One. Hey, I tell you what, shout out anybody sliding over here from the old Instagram. I did a little countdown timer today. Shout out DWEZYY for inspirating me to do that over on my page. So if you're tuning in from over there on Instagram, you came over here to the YouTubes. Hey, shout out to you.
Good for you. I saw the ticker going like
a little ticker spinning. Also, did you happen to see the update of my chicken sucker this morning?
Oh, bro, it was hilarious. I really enjoy the chicken sucker.
Hey, now he's got sunglasses on. He's got a little cup of coffee in his hand. I mean,
right here.
Come on, man. Look at him, huh? Look at him, right? Okay, so we get off the show yesterday, and I said, oh, geez, that's what I got to do. It was last night, right? And not yesterday's show, last night's show, Decoding the Divide. And I said, oh, geez, that's what I got to do, man. I got to make another. I got to put glasses on the chicken. So I go into the app.
Glasses on yesterday.
So I start typing, and I'm going, and Daisy can attest, live in prime time. I'm just prompting this thing, and then all of a sudden, it just starts popping out these pictures. And I'm over here laughing my ass off. And Daisy's like, "What's so funny?" I'm like, "Bro, these are the best ones I've ever seen an AI thing do. This is fucking amazing." I got 20 of those different poses and shit he's doing. I think this is now Chuck the Chicken Sucker. I think this is old Charles in charge. This is old Charles in charge. Chuck the Chicken Sucker, man. I think we got us a new mascot. I don't know. People seem to like him so far, so we'll see what happens. And I mean, with the powers of AI and all the shit we can. Hey, maybe old Chucky in charge has a show of his own. I don't know what we could do with
the chicken sucker.
Hey, Chuck
I
the chicken
love
sucker,
it.
man. Old Charles in charge. Who's to say? Who's to know? So, if you're not already laughing, I don't know how you possibly couldn't be, because you just look at that, you just gotta laugh. And I mean, come on. So, if you're not, we like to bring a couple morning laughs to the show.
That's awesome.
A little tickle your funny bone, a little get them abs working, a regular old knee slapper, if you will. And we got a little two-pack for you here this morning. We had a two-pack past couple of days.
Tupac, are you saying white Tupac, or are you actually talking about two
PACK, a pack of two vidges?
Is he really white right now, or is something else happening?
Hey man, let me tell you something. Son, I felt so good last night. I was telling Easy, I was laughing my ass off. I got called Vanilla Ice in one of my comment sections.
God bless you, bro. You made it, bro.
He said, you Vanilla Ice reject, get the fuck off of Instagram.
Good morning, Vietnam.
I commented back. I said, boy, I haven't fucking been called that since college. I appreciate you. Have a great day. Thanks for helping my algo. Never responded.
That's the equivalent of me being called Swirly D, bro.
Dog, I'm this close to shaving everything off and leaving the soul patch and just leaning into the motherfucker, boy. Just leaning on in. Who's to say?
Get you a little stripe right here, bro. Well, Sortino, hey, can you?
You got one of those caps, right? You. But I tell you what, I'm gonna
have to go say hi to that guy because I gotta get this.
Hey, I need trimmed up too. My sideburns and shit. I need a fade. I need it bad. So another thing I was thinking, I thought white people were racist. I thought that was where the racism came from. I don't know. There's an awful lot of different colored people calling me white boy and honky and saltine and cracker, and I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't do nothing in this video racist. What the hell's going on here? I'm confused. I just looked at a couple of facts and put them on the screen, and now all of a sudden I'm a honky? I don't know who said. I give you the honky pass, Swirl One. If you ever want to call me a honky, it's okay.
No, I'm good. I don't use that word.
Sorry, laugh. It's a joke from crying out loud.
My dad is funny. So you gotta understand. My dad owns a mountain, rides horses, full cowboy. Like, let me tell you, it doesn't get much more redneck than him.
Got a little red back here. Laugh.
Shout out my dad. My dad knows he's the shit. I love that man.
Shout out to Big Dog for sure. I can't wait to meet him one day for sure.
Oh, bro, you have no idea how much you will have fun with this. He is. I can't even tell you, salt of the earth. Nobody doesn't like this man. He's.
I feel like him and Jones would be like this. I feel like him and Jones are very.
They would probably. I mean, I don't know. Jones hit some whiskey, but my dad would.
He don't drink as much as he used to anymore. But
my dad will drink some whiskey.
I'll get down. I'll get down with the get down. All right. Well, more morning laughs. That ain't even our morning laughs yet, here, kids. So we were talking a little bit ago about be careful. If you go out there, you're shoveling your snow. Don't be trying to do it too fast. You end up with a heart attack laid out like a doggone snow angel in the middle of your driveway, and ain't nobody going to come and save you. You got hypothermia, and that's a wrap on you. You don't need that, right? Well, maybe you're getting another form of exercise. Maybe you're going to the gimnasio today. Maybe you're not nursing an injury like your boy, and you have just been ripping it left, right, and center. Hating it, not happy about it. We're starting to get back to the good stuff again. However, you're going to the gym today. Maybe you're thinking, boy, I'm going to get on one of them treadmills. I need to get my cardio back in action. I really need to get me set up straight. And you start running and running and running. And then all of a sudden you say, whew, boy, I'm tired. I'm done running on this treadmill. Well, if that comes to your mind, remember that there may be some other people running on treadmills around you, and you may want to hit that big-ass red button that says stop before you decide to get off said treadmill. So, my friends, treadmills aren't for everyone, so maybe be careful if you use one today. Who's to say, who's to know? D's, roll the clip, baby.
I begin to pass out. Then my head hit the wall.
Oh.
But I had a praying grandmother.
Oh my God.
It gets better. Hold on, it gets better.
Oh.
It's a whole fucking party. It's a whole treadmill party.
I began to pass out. Then my head hit the wall.
Oh my
But I
God.
had a praying grandmother.
And he doesn't play.
Save me.
And then there goes Spider-Man here to save the day. Watch out, everyone. What do I got? Oh my shit.
You know what's funny?
Bad to worse.
It's funny when you know you've almost done that, and that's what you see. That's why you were so happy you didn't do it when it happened.
150%, man.
I've been there. I've almost done that, and I'm so glad that I either or picked myself up or did something so I didn't. Because trust what I tell you, I've turned that thing on a little too hot before. I've stepped the wrong way. I've done a lot of different things on a treadmill.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And they'll get you. They'll get you. You wanna be careful. Maybe just sit down on the old bike. You know, it may be a little easier for you.
The bikes are way better. I guarantee.
Way better.
You.
Way better. And you say, "Oh, you can't get cardio on the bike." Yes, you can. Don't worry.
Mama Capp, dude.
Mama Capp said, "I had to sell my treadmill. I'll just leave it there."
Oh, that's hilarious.
DZ's falling down a stairmaster. DZ's falling down a stairmaster before. Oh shit! I bet his pants got caught on the doggone stairs, ripped him off. He's down there rolling around in his jock strap. What the fuck's going on? Holy shit! Oh man,
Yeah, I can't even.
Also, shout out to Bill. Up a little higher, makes soul patches great again. Damn straight, Bill. I forgot Bill's got the soul patch. I got to join Bill. Hey, that might be the move. I might just have to join it. Who's to say? Who's to know? Holy shit! All right, well,
Yeah.
there's laugh number one. Laugh number one.
I thought that wasn't funny though.
Oh, buddy, we're cranking it up a notch today. It's Thursday. The week's halfway through. People are dragging their knuckles. It's Thursday. Do you understand that this is the only day in the week without the hope of a beginning? This is the day that is just has nothing going on. So we got to bring the extra vibes for these people. Do you understand? So, your second morning laugh of the day.
Let's go.
Oh boy, fuck. Woo! We got to go down to Aussie land. All right. So all you people that are over there in the upside down, this one's for you. We're going down there to Australia. I don't know if it's New Wales, Old Wales, South Wales, or North Wales. I don't really give a damn. New Zealand, Old Zealand, some Zealand in between. Who knows? It's that fucking thing down there in the middle of the ocean. And this here, friends, is a nice video. Mind the beginning. It's just a quick clip of what's going to ultimately happen. And you're going to say, wait, what the hell just happened? And then we're going to watch the whole video. It was just how it was put together. They're very good at putting content together. Can you say viral hook D's? Who's to say, who's to know? This here, my friends, is a video of duct tape versus idiot.
Let's see how much duct tape it takes to stop me. 1, 10, 100.
Oh, we are this boy.
We ran out of tape. $400 on duct tape, right? Haven't eaten yet. Check this out. I was going to do 500, but we're going to skip straight to 1,000.
Block it hot like back.
Purchase your tracks today.
Block it hot like back.
Purchase your
I don't know.
1,000.
I don't know, man. He looks pretty strong. He's got a crowd.
Let's run it back. Let's go.
He's fine. He don't care. He's running it back. He's fine. He's good. He's good. Asleep. He's asleep. He's asleep. He's asleep.
Yeah.
Inshallah, the bird's nick is no snap.
I don't remember what happened.
He hit the skull like this, boom, on the ground.
Remember what
Give
happened?
you some fancy ones to your vein.
Fan.
Yeah.
Honey packet name, but.
There's the hair. I think I'm just gonna stick to OnlyFans videos.
Inshallah, the birds niggas no snap.
Bruh.
I can't understand people like that, dude.
Oh, this world takes all kinds of kinds, and we
Well,
need
it
'em.
would have been just as cool at 500. You didn't have to go all the way.
Oh man, we need those people in this world. We need those people who are willing to run right into the face of death and just
You know what's important about people like that is those people remind us that it's very important to make sure that you're looking at what you're trying to hit before you run into it.
Woo! Oh. Just the mental image of him smashing that duct tape and just head to the ground, instant fucking cardboard turned
I
into
knew
a
he was
piece
out.
of.
There's no way. If he didn't go through, I'm surprised he wasn't out the first time. I'm surprised.
He was probably pretty close. That's
It
probably why
was
he
the
went out.
concussion that made him do it the second time.
Oh, fudge.
Jeez.
So, friends, if you see anybody wrapping duct tape around a set of two poles, maybe whip out your phone. I don't know. And if you see,
don't whip out your phone. Stop him. What are you talking
I don't know. Maybe you got the next great piece of content. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make people
put the
rich
phone
out
in the corner watching, and then you go help him.
Yeah. Be the one to help him at least. I mean, And if you decide to get on the treadmill today, and you go to the treadmill section, and there's like 7 people in a row, just go to the other one, like 5 rows away where there's nobody over there. That way you don't have to worry about any potential fuddy-duddy stepping on your treadmill, sending the whole row of bowling pins falling and just knocking you all into the gutters. That is the proverbial hall that you walk in between the treadmills. So, just some pieces of advice, a little morning laugh for you. Who's say, who's no, couple little yokey yokes. But, my friends, we're 28 minutes after the top of the hour, and we're clearly feeling good. We're feeling good. We're feeling charged up with some power. We're ready to really get into it, though. I don't know if it appears to thee as it appears the same way to me, but friends and family, it seems that it is time to get into a little motivating, a little inspirating, a little conversating and sharing of some good vibration. So if that sounds like some things you could use, my friends, get ready to switch gears and get on into today's show. Episode 668 is officially a go. Get yourself out a piece of notebook paper, maybe a few, if you maybe rip out an 8x10 from the printer. Get yourself a pen or a pencil, maybe your note app on your phone, maybe your magic pen in your iPad, whatever you need to keep track of the knowledge and insights about to come your way, as we give you some thoughts and some mindsets to help you turn some obstacles into opportunities, losses into lessons, and what you thought was going to be a failure, just a brand new chance to flourish. If that sounds like something you need, well, strap in, tap in, lock in, hang on for this brief transition as we get into your first segment of the day. It's time for your Sharpening Session. Alrighty then, my friends. Here we are once again, back live in prime time on episode 668 of Forging Fuel for your first segment of the day. It is time for your Sharpening Session. And maybe you didn't check the title of the show. Holy shit, my pillows are fucked up. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Sorry. All right, now we're in business. Maybe you didn't check the title of the show. Maybe you didn't look at the thumbnail as you were scrolling through the timeline, so you may not know where we're going this morning. Maybe you saw it and you're still thinking, well, yeah, that's all I do all day. What do you mean, Cap? Jeepers Creepers. So if you don't know, let me be the first to get you up to date. This morning, we're beginning by having a little conversate and maybe a debate, probably not, we're usually on the same page, about all you have to do is think. All you have to do is think. And this morning, my friends, wanted to give you some perspective on manifestation. And a lot of things we talk about all the time, speaking things into existence, getting on the right frequency, the vibrations, energy, how we started off this week and how we've continually built upon that. And maybe this message just brings everything all together here. And maybe even tomorrow's message goes even deeper. Who's to say, who's to know? But we're right here on this show. I don't even know what we're talking about tomorrow. This morning, obviously manifestation. And I really started thinking about it. And we had a conversation post yesterday's Forge and Fuel, me and the boys. We were kind of sitting there talking about manifestation and speaking things into existence. And I said, man, I don't think people realize how easy manifestation is. And I truly believe that we just complicate the shit out of it. I think manifestation is so simple. And we have all of these influencers and people who want to tell you this or that, or podcast hosts or whatever it is, that make it so complicated and act like you got to do this and you got to follow this step and this step. What if manifestation literally just comes down to centering your thoughts on the thing that you want? Just taking time to actually focus on the thing that it is you want to manifest, you want to speak into existence. That's where not enough people get right, because that's the most powerful part of it in any manifestation. If you can't close your eyes and see that thing, smell what it smells in that area, whatever that is, see the desk or the people or the chair or the tables, see the window and the view outside of the window. I'm literally looking at one of my manifestations right now. I'm not on this podcast. I am in the room with XYZ individual. You should be able to do that with your manifestations, and that's where they start. Because if a circumstance can generate a feeling, then a feeling can generate a circumstance. So all you have to do is think about said thing with intention. You don't even have to take action. You don't have to even do anything groundbreaking for that thing. Now, yes, you have to put one foot in front of the other, continue to walk down the path, do the next right thing, put a pin in that. We'll come back to that next right thing here in just a little bit. That'll be my final thought. But maybe you don't have to do all these grandiose actions of, oh, I got to do this to make it happen and do this and move this and make this. Maybe it's just centering your thoughts. I'll give you a couple examples. And this is just a funny example. And I've been noticing these so much in my life. And it's just such a simple little example. And I hope you guys, you probably laugh at it, but I hope you realize how serious it is. So I play Fortnite. One of my favorite games. I'm a Fortnite guy, all right? Fortnite and Madden, that's really all I play. And I love the skins in Fortnite. I'm a crew pass guy. I do the whole fucking thing, all right? I'm a nerd when it comes to that. And there's this one skin that I've been wanting since I got the game. And it's this little alien skin. He's called Human Bill. Shout out Bill. It's called Human Bill. Little alien dude. But they haven't put him in the shop. And I've seen some people rocking the skin, but he's super rare. And I was like, man, I would love to have that fucking guy. Oh, he would be so cool. Just haven't ever seen him. I just kept thinking about him. Every time I play the game, I'd be like, oh, man, Human Bill would be so dope to play. I'd almost imagine as if I was playing with him, but I still had my character or whoever I was playing with. I was like, just kept thinking about him. Well, I usually don't game during the week, but I had an extra hour. And I was like, you know what? I just want to turn off the brain. I want to game a little bit. So I flipped on the Xbox, flipped on Fortnite. I start gaming for a little while. And before I shut the Xbox off, I realized, oh, my monthly membership just renewed. And I got 1,000 free V-Bucks. For paying my membership, V-Bucks are the in-game currency, if you don't know. So they give you 1,000 free with your subscription every single month. I said, whoa, I got this brand new balance. Holy shit, I got 2,200 V-Bucks. This is dope. So I'm sitting there and I'm about to turn off the Xbox. I said, oh, let me look at the shop. I haven't looked at the shop for a while. Mind you, I don't game during the week. This was just a random happenstance. I click over to the shop, and the first skin in the shop, wouldn't you know, is that Human Bill skin. And I look and I say, oh, wait, it's just his skin. Do they have a bundle where I can get all of the things that come in with him? So I start looking deeper. There's a bundle. You want to guess how much that bundle is? 2,200 V-Bucks. Exactly the amount that I have. I don't even hesitate. I don't delay. I hit the A button. We buy the son of a gun. Another example. That's small, little, simple, right? but I hadn't stopped thinking about him. I've been thinking about a venue for Swirl One. For those of you in the Gateway, those of you that have heard some of our conversations, I've been thinking about it nonstop. What does this place look like? And I just been sitting here visualizing it. 10:30 2 nights ago, I'm hitting my nightly bowl, about to climb into bed, and I just started typing bullshit into Grok for no reason. Like, I had no reason. I was not working on finding venues. And I just started typing bullshit. And the next thing you know, I find this venue, a hop, skip, and a jump in between me and Swirl, and it's the perfect fucking venue. What the fuck is... I've lived here for 6 years and I didn't know this place existed. What? Holy shit. When you focus your thought on the thing and you clear the path, the thing has an opportunity to make its way to you. I've been thinking about another venue for the J&J Weekend Getaway. Fuck, I don't even know if we have that in Chicago. I don't know if that thing even exists. I know we got some clubs and stuff, but I don't think in that form. I don't know. Whatever. So I was working one day and I was, let me look something up. Wait, hold on. There's no way. You got to reach out. Coolest group of humming beans. Done pretty much the exact same thing we did last year. It's almost to a T what we did last year, but just in a brand new, different way. As far as on the back end, it almost looks the same. No way did this just happen. What the hell? So I'm sitting here thinking, if all I have to do is focus my thoughts on the thing that I want and then just work on whatever, but keep that thing in my mind and always have it in my subconscious, then eventually that thing's going to come to me. Now, the littler things are going to take little time. The human bill skins, the venues, the maybe small deposits in the bank account. But the big things are going to take longer. They take more commitment. You have to sit longer on them instead of 15 seconds, 60 seconds, spending your time really thinking about these things. The bigger the manifestation, the longer it's going to take. But here's the thing, not the more you have to work at it. That's the beauty in this. Manifestation, just because it takes longer, doesn't mean you have to work harder. It just means you have to think more about it. That's the beauty of manifestation. It doesn't mean grinding your knuckles into the ground, into the dirt, working nonstop 24/7, 365. It means centering your thoughts on the thing, removing the shit that doesn't relay you to that thing, doesn't connect with that thing, and allowing that thing to come into your life. It already exists. That human bill skin already exists. It just hadn't come into my life yet. That's the same way I believe about the $1 million contract that's coming towards Diamond Hand Media Group. It already exists. I just haven't signed the dotted line yet. That's the stuff I'm talking about. And I'll leave you with this point. Unpull that pin. All you have to do is think and just do the next right thing. And sometimes, my friends, as we're talking about, you don't always have to do action and make grand gestures and, I want to be a millionaire tomorrow. You ain't going to make $1 million tomorrow. But you can do the next right thing. You can take the next right step. And sometimes just doing the next right thing is just staying positive. It's just staying neutral. It's just smiling and laughing through the chaos and realizing that you are getting closer to your manifestation because it's getting tighter and life is getting harder because everything is being removed. The old version of you is dying. It is painful. That is why these things suck, because you have to kill the old version of you in order to reach the new version of you. That's why all your friends tell you, you've changed, bro, because you really have. You've become a new version, because in order to reach the next levels of lives, you have to become an entirely new version of you. So the key to manifestation, my friends, is not action, but it's thinking. It's thinking combined with just simply taking the next right step. And sometimes taking the next right step is just being positive about the thing you want to speak into existence. So, my friends, this morning, maybe you don't have to do 1,000,001 things if you want to become a millionaire. Maybe you just have to start thinking like one. Who's to say, who's to know, Swirl One? What do you think about those thoughts to open up the show?
Hey, first off, I have to address old G. Lou. What about the fish tank story? We've told that story
a million times. I gotta tell a new story that I'm still using my manifestation chicken sucker.
And we referred back to it before and used it as analogies in the place of other stories too. So that fish tank story will never disappear inside the fam. It'll just be utilized in other ways. So there you go. See, It's going to build because that's something we did then. We got to keep it fresh, my friends. So there you
And
go.
who would I be if I'm talking about manifestation and I'm not manifesting still little things into my life? I mean, what are we doing? Come on.
I agree. Who would we be? I'm telling you. I love the fact that he thought that way because I'm sitting there thinking, if you're going to manifest one thing, you can't talk about that same thing next time because what, did you just stop that day? Did you say, hey, that was it? That's all I can handle. That's all I can do. No. You know, you have to imagine the world as you want to see it. You have to imagine the world as you want it to be. Everything around you is literally 100% your projection of the world in reality. And what you can allow your world to be is what you do every day. That's everything about all the actions, all the habits, all the things you think of. You know, you can red car yourself to the goal. I don't know if you've even thought about that, but you can red car yourself to the goal, whatever it is. You know, sometimes you just have to know what that car looks like. And maybe it's not even a car, but you know, maybe you just got to know how much it costs. And I'm not even talking about money. I'm talking maybe it costs energy. Maybe it costs time. Maybe it costs repetition. Maybe it costs you getting out of your comfort zone. Maybe it does cost money. Maybe it takes resource. You know, the thing you can do to make sure that those things get close to you, regardless if it costs any of those, doesn't matter. All those assets are really hard to get. They're not something you want to throw away, but no matter which one it costs, you know, you want to go and look up what this red car looks like. Where can you see it? Where can you find it, right? Where does it seem? How much does it cost? You know, research it. Take a little time to get some osmosis on the whatever the red car is. Hey, I'm feeling it. I can't understand what it is. I said before, I put it in my passwords because every time I put a password, what's my password? Oh, it's red car 1. Boom, every time. And you know what? Guess what? How many times do I have to get into that password? Maybe for work, I'm doing it every 2 days. I'm doing it every day. Maybe I have to reset it every 90 days. Guess what? Now it's red card 36. And now, you know, you keep putting it in front of yourself. And that momentum starts with your own thoughts. And that one action that you put together starts moving you to the goal. Or maybe it allows you to see the goal a little bit easier, you know, and every time you do one action, you're going to get better. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the skill you're trying to learn that's going to get you a little bit closer to the actual goal, because again, it's the process that you need to fall in love with. And during that process, you're going to learn new skills. You're going to see new things. You're going to experience brand new stuff. And when all of that hits you, you're going to have to take that in, compartmentalize that, and understand, how does that get me to my goal? And how do I use this data that I have right now in order to make another step, compound this energy? You know, more I think about a lot of things that I've manifested in my life. I've talked about the GTR a ton of times, so I won't bring that up again. However, I will talk about where we are right now. And one of the things that I said is, hey, I'm going to move by first quarter 2025. Well, guess what? First quarter 2025 is here. Oh my God, I got brand new neighbors. I got everything. I got all brand new everything. And I remember saying to myself, you know what? There's certain things that if I'm going to move, I want to look for and where I'm going to live and what it's going to feel like and what it's going to look like and what I want the house to do. And there's certain things that I've changed in my life from when I went to my last experience of trying to change my life like that to this one. And in that, I thought to myself, well, before I didn't have this show, well, before I didn't do DJ parties on Friday nights for a whole bunch of community members, there's a lot of things I didn't do before that the last residence I had, I made work. I made it, you know, obviously we make do with what we have, but if I have the opportunity to upgrade or change my life, I'm going to make sure that the new life fits the life I'm in now and has room to grow. So now I sit here in something I manifested. It's got enough room for the DJ booth. It's got plenty of room for production. I've got plenty of area for me to do the things that I didn't have opportunity to do. And it came to me. You know what else was the big one? Was I said, hey, I want this to look like this from my backyard. When I look out my kitchen, I want this to happen. And I'll be damned if I don't have that, but better. And if I didn't say it and I didn't think it and I didn't just keep putting it in front of myself and red carring myself to it, because I was looking for 60 days, 90 days, 120 days at things that I knew I wouldn't say yes to because I wasn't ready yet, or I wasn't time, or that thing hadn't come yet, that guess what? The red car, you might start driving it. You might actually have it in the garage. And maybe, again, it's not the car, but the thought is still the same. Keep the red car on the top of your mind, no matter where you're going, what you're doing. Type it in, look at it, go drool over it, touch it, feel it, find out what it feels like before you actually get your own.
150%, man. 150%. We're definitely on the same page with this one this morning. And really all it takes is one action. And as you were talking there, I was just thinking, you don't even have to be working on the thing in order to receive the thing. Sometimes you're working on something that is helping you get better mentally, physically, financially, whatever in between. And invariably you find the answer to said thing you've been working on. And you realize, oh my goodness, it's not about me accomplishing anything. It's just about me taking action. And the more I release control and the more I surrender to the process and I believe in what I'm saying, and I stop trying to control what I'm saying with the actions, I just believe, and then I do what I know is right. And what I said again, sometimes the next right thing is just being positive about the thing and not being negative about the thing. Said, oh, I'll never make it to the thing. Take a moment to manifest and visualize how beautiful the thing is. View that red car. See the red shining in the sun. Open that door. Mentally open that door and smell that new leather. Get in that seat. I'm getting in the seat right now. If you can't do this, you can't manifest. I'm in the seat. I'm feeling it. Ooh, man, that's a nice wheel right there. I'm looking down at the shifter. Ooh, man, got this nice display screen right here. You should see this red car. I know. Damn. That's what I do. And that's what you should do with every little thing. Visualize every little detail, every little stitch. The better you get at it, the more you're going to be able to do that. And glue in the fish tank story, that's what I did with that. That's what I've done with all of these little things that I mentioned. I just spent time visualizing, what would it look like? What would it feel like? What would it smell like? What would it sound like? All of the senses, your brain creates those senses. So if a circumstance can be created, the feelings in your brain, then you can create the feelings in your brain that create the circumstance. It is some of the wildest information ever. It's just the secret. It's the secret. And it's not about action. Yes, you got to keep going forward. But I love what we heard from Healthy Gamer earlier this week. You can't accomplish shit. All you can do is just keep going forward and be positive about the action that you're taking and keep positively thinking about the thing that you want to be into your life. But the moment that you think negative about the thing that you want to be in your life, you are literally just throwing up concrete barriers. Not even brick and mortar. We're talking full concrete granite, just thunk. Good luck. The path is smooth. Why do you slam granite slabs before you? All you have to do is just keep walking. Just keep taking action and keep being positive about it, man. It's some good shit right here, Swirl One.
So yesterday I had a preemptive, I would say a reactive meeting because I didn't know anything about it and it happened and I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't know what to look for. I didn't know, again, the unknown. I didn't know what they wanted from me and I didn't know what I was going to say. Hey, so I took a little while and I started thinking about it. What do I want this meeting to look like? What would I like this to come back like? How would I want to be perceived on screen for somebody that doesn't know me in what I do now? And I sat there and thought about it for a long time. And I realized, well, here's what I would want to see. Here's what I would want. Here's what I would think this would display. So you know what I did? I created that. It didn't take me long. Literally, Capp knows it took me all of 7 to 10 minutes. Capp wasn't even 10 minutes. And then I was like, all right, guys, I got to go. And I hopped on a meeting. And I got to tell you, everything I thought of and everything I looked at when I perceived myself through somebody else's eyes help me manifest what that meeting should look like. And let me tell you, when I say, hey, I smashed that meeting. Oh yeah, I smashed that meeting. So there'll be more coming from those kind of things, but you have to, even the small things, it's not something that's going to, you don't have to think, oh, I'm going to go build the Empire State Building. No. Okay. If it's just, hey, how am I going to get through the next meeting? How am I going to get through today? Hey, I've got this really crucial conversation to have with my boss today. How's that going to happen? What do I want to come through and say without looking like I'm emotional or mad and I don't want to come off bitter? You know, whatever it might be that you're trying to think about, you have to sometimes role play that with yourself. And that sometimes can be the little thing that gets that momentum going. So when you get into that, you've already kind of said all your fears in your own mind. You've role played it all. So now you're like, okay, well, that didn't work in my mind. So here, let me just say it like this because it sounded so much better. And then all of a sudden the meeting takes a better turn and it ends up in the way that you'd like, or it gets you closer to what you thought of in your head before you got in there. So it's not just the big things. It's not just the red cars of the world. It's how do I even learn how to drive this car? What does it look like to stop and make a turn?
Yeah. And that's not worried about all the things that could go wrong in a meeting. That's not worried about all the potentials. Oh, I got to have everything ready because I don't know his problems. And oh my gosh, I got to sell everything to him. No, that's just saying, how do I become the best version of me? How do I make sure I am the guy that if I was talking to him in a bar, he would want to buy me a beer? That's what I'm trying to do.
Make it a friend, baby.
Let me tie a bow on it. Let me put a little let me tie a little bit, look a little bit more professional. Say a couple little different things than I would here. And then all of a sudden something comes out of it. And yeah, about 30 minutes after he got on that call, he come back on FaceTime about a damn ball of fire ready to fucking shoot through the phone. I mean, he didn't even need to do anything. Let me tell you guys, you should have fucking stood moaning and complaining a month ago, and now you should see him. I mean, holy fuck. He is out here just absolutely crushing the fucking game. And that's just such a key, crucial point, man, is this isn't worrying about all the things. And I think that's what action sometimes happens too, right? Because you start to think, oh, if I take this action to get to that thing, well, I've taken this action before and I fell flat on my face and, oh, it turned into a trial or it generated pain or whatever. Forget the action. Just think positive about it. You cannot accomplish anything. You cannot be anything more than you are right now. You ever notice how you have the perfect amount of time in every single day? Every single day, you got the perfect amount of time to accomplish everything you need, learn everything you need, and everything that was supposed to happen to you in that day happened. Reflect on it. So many people don't, right? So many people just room to room, here to here, there to everywhere, single in between. I had a reflection moment yesterday that I guarantee you nobody thinks about. I went out. Obviously, it's been a fucking construction zone. Insane in my apartment the last few days here, all right? They were finally wrapping up, and I went out and I got a fresh cup of coffee, and I walked back in here, and I just stopped for a moment. I stopped in my doorway, and I looked around, and I just started to get real grateful. And I said, holy shit. This room is something some people, this is all they know. And I took a few steps in, and I said, man, if you cut it off right here, and you just give me this area where my desk is, this is the size of a prison cell. This is literally the size of a prison cell. I couldn't live here. I couldn't do this. I'm so blessed and highly favored. Holy shit, I got to keep my shit in check. I got to keep myself in order. I got to keep doing the next right thing. There is no way I could do this. I am so blessed and highly favored, and all the freedoms and the abilities that I have, no fucking way. I just saw this little 4x3 area. Oh my gosh. And not enough people just stop and think about that. And maybe it's not, oh, you in your area as a jail cell and having that crazy of a realization, but maybe it's just taking time to slow the fuck down and realize, wow, I got it good. Holy shit. I'm really making it closer to those things that I want to manifest. I'm really becoming a better version of me. Instead of worrying about all the things you don't have, maybe start thinking about the things you do. Who's to know? Just some perspective.
Love it, man. Bro, I tell you, I looked around, and when I got home yesterday, I had a rental car that didn't start yesterday, so I almost missed my flight. I had to deal with that frog. Got to the airport in the right time. Then the flight was grounded because of snow for 2 hours, and I just continued to do some creative stuff. Then I got here 2.5 hours later because the roads were crazy. There was so many things that went wrong yesterday that most people would consider wrong. I never even paid attention to it. You know what I focused on yesterday? All the great things. I didn't tell you guys about all those things that went bad yesterday. Right after that meeting, I went to a car that was in -2 degrees, wouldn't start. And here we are. I'm like, I got to catch my flight. Everybody else would have freaked out. It went nuts, but I handled that. I got home. I had to go outside and shovel all this damn snow after all of that and everything I've gone through. And it's funny. When you focus on the negative, you'll continue to see the negative all over the time. The red car will come by rusty, and you're just like, damn. It's just but But when you focus on the good things, I had a lot of great things happen yesterday, and I didn't even worry about those little frogs that hopped on my plate. That's the wonderful thing about this life is when you've got a positive outlook on it, you're going to eat more food, you're going to eat greater food, and it's going to look a lot prettier outside. I mean, look how beautiful it is. I see the sky right now. So, hey, I'm going to look forward to going out today and hitting up that snow. So maybe you guys think about the good things.
Well, I won't be hitting up the snow, but I'll be.
I was thinking about that too, you son of a gun. I was like, this guy never deals with the snow. He never ever shovels snow. I was like, it'll be a rude awakening when you get your house finally. You're gonna be like, son of a bitch.
No, I'm just gonna find a nice young man who has a nice lawn cutting and snow removal service and pay him a nice little monthly rate and have him just take care of everything, just like Grammy P does. Who's to say? Who's to know? Who's to say? Who's
everywhere? I've tried to find them.
Yeah, well, who's say who's no? Maybe I gotta connect.
Hey,
You need one? Maybe
snow, I'll pay you for it.
I ain't doing that fucking shit. I ain't 12 years old trying to earn an allowance.
Hey,
no more, all right,
I don't need outcomes income, bro. I'll do anything.
Yeah,
Shit,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
I'll do anything.
All right,
hey,
$200 hourly rate. That's I ain't getting me over there nothing less, motherfucker. And I'm milking the shit out of that thing. It's taking me 3 hours minimum to do that driveway. I've seen that thing. It's got some length to it. I don't know.
What are you talking about? I got it done in 15 minutes yesterday.
I don't know. It looks about like 3 hour job to me. I don't know. It's just kind of what I'm thinking. Who say who's know. However, my friends, there's your first segment of the day, your sharpening session, all things manifestation, and all you have to do is think. Hope you enjoyed those thoughts. Hope you enjoyed the opening convo, but we got plenty more show coming your way, more thoughts, more perspective, more topics to dive into, baby. So without further ado, let's get into your second segment of the day, where we watch a few clips, give you our perspective, share some additional insights on the new topics at hand. So without further ado, take one era out of the quiver, knock it up, pull it back, and get ready for your second segment of the day. It's time for your Reaction Refinery. Alrighty then, my friends. Here we are back once again, live in prime time on episode 668 of Forge and Fuel for your second segment of the day. It's time for your Reaction Refinery. On this beautiful February 13th, 2025, plenty more vibes to help you come alive on this fine morning program. If you don't know, you won't know, but this is the segment where we get into a few clips. And as always, we got 4 coming your way. So without any hesitation or further delay, let's get into clip number 1, baby. Comes from a man who we are a big fan of on this program. He has given us much content to react to and gain perspective from. He goes by SoulXSci on Instagram. And this morning, this is one of his poems, but not one of his. It is from Rumi. And this is some thoughts on what we want also wants us.
He wrote, "When I run after what I think I want, my days are a furnace of stress and anxiety. If I sit in my own place of patience, what I need flows to me, and without pain. From this I understand that what I want also wants me, is looking for me and attracting me. There is a great secret here for anyone who can grasp it."
I don't know if they heard that, Deez. I don't know if they heard that. Run that one more time. Come on. I don't know if they heard that.
Rumi wrote, "When I run after what I think I want, my days are a furnace of stress and anxiety. If I sit in my own place of patience, what I need flows to me, and without pain. From this I understand that what I want also wants me, is looking for me and attracting me. There is a great secret here for anyone who can grasp it."
So, I think about frequency and vibrations all the time because I've been working on music and it's all just waves. And if you know about frequency, vibration, and how things affect you, you know that when you're vibrating on certain frequencies, anything around that can kind of attract you up or down. That was pretty good, right? And so if you can actually picture, and you guys have seen it, that little globe of glass that's got the lasers inside of it, that's like, you know, moving around. Then you put your hand on it, and the right, the laser.
Those are my favorite.
Right? Those are cool, right? Think about that. That is seeking you just as much as you are seeking it. You want to see the laser as much as the laser wants to touch your hand. So if you understand that about frequency and vibrations, you know that everything you think about is on the equal and opposite side. Trying to find you is hard. You just have to find where they connect, and it will meet with you every single time. So the closer you get to that, the better it is. So put your palm on your dreams and wait for that lightning to hit your fingers.
What the fuck did you just say? Holy shit. That was fire, bro. That was flame. I've never heard that, but that was insane. That just blew my mind clear. Hold on, I gotta get a little of the brain matter out of my fucking. Holy smokes, dude. And I said it, that's one of my favorite. I used to love going to the Children's Museum and fucking with those things. That was like my favorite thing as a kid. Let me touch here, put my nose on it. Fuck, I just love that thing. Holy shit. What you want also wants you. You just have to find the connection point. And guess what? The more you try to take action, the more you try to control what you want, the more pain you induce. You notice what he said? I realize when I sit in patience, in my own patience, and I remove all the shit, there is no pain. And within that, I notice what wants me, I also want it. There is no pain in manifestation. There is no pain in thought. All you're thinking about is the good, amazing things that are coming your way. You're not worried and negative about, oh, this could happen and that could happen. Oh my God, what if? You're excited about it. You're energized. You're positive. There is no pain. There are no accomplishments. Only action. Maybe the right action is just sitting down, being still, and being positive about the thing you want in your life. Man, shout out Rumi. Whew. Rumi's got some heat, man. And so does Soul XI. I tell you what. What a great way to start the second segment of the day. Really tie that all together from the opening segment, if you will, right there. Second clip of your second segment of the day features another reel that is an absolute banger. It's going to smack you right in the feels, especially if you are somebody on the consistent, persistent pursuit of your passions, somebody who finds yourselves in the same lanes as myself, Swirl One, DZ, and many members of the Diamond Hand fam. So, my friends, here is a reminder for you this morning that in order to find success in this life, you are going to have to lose your mind.
You need to lose your mind. Just completely lose it. Let yourself break free from everything you know. Do the wild things you've never dared to do. Say the words you've always held back. Become someone completely different from who you are now. Let yourself be uncommon, unexpected, unbound. But here's the key part. Make sure you come back. The whole point of losing yourself is finding who you really are underneath all your patterns and habits. When you return, you'll be different. Hopefully better, stronger, more real than before. That's the whole purpose of letting go, to find something more true within yourself. Just remember, don't stay lost forever. The goal isn't to break apart completely. The goal is to break free, then come back as someone new. This new version of you, that's your gift to yourself. That's who you were always meant to be. Let yourself lose it, but always come back home.
So this is interesting. So I told you guys, and I just got to the HQ, and I've got this stoic calendar that somebody's given me, and I talked about it the other day. And every day it's got something on here that talks about just different things, and it's pretty darn good. So I've had to skip a few days, but I looked at it, and so I looked at this one this morning, and I remember looking over it. I was like, "Damn, that's powerful." I said, "I wonder if I can bring that to the show." And then this just right here just talked about it. So it says, knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. So that's what he's talking about. If you can go away into your dark place and scream at the waterfall for as long as possible, and then all of a sudden you come back and new and improved you, that's the true power. That's when you know you've defeated all your demons. There's nothing nobody can say to you that's going to embarrass you. There's nothing anybody's got over your head that you can't say, hey, I've already beat that demon up. I left him at the waterfall. If you want to go find him, have fun. I've been doing that for years. And that's what the real power is. That's where it's at. It's not about trying to control others. It's about mastering yourself, understanding how you react, what data triggers you, where you go wrong, and what part of it is yours. And when you know those things, you can literally break it down to the 4 or 5 things that make you better and just do those every day. Just do that. And when you don't know what else to do, you just do that. You master yourself. You make sure you're good, because I promise you, once you know yourself in and out without the habits, you're going to be a better person. Nobody's going to recognize you.
Man. On point. Uncommon, unexpected, and unbound. Lose yourself, but don't stay lost. And it's not about breaking apart, but breaking free. And man, you started talking about that quote, and I didn't bring this to the show today, but it's so funny. It just ties in. This is Tim Grover. And this right here is, it is spot on. Hold on.
You go visit the darkness that you've been running from. You'll have the opportunity to leave a better person. You'll have a better understanding of yourself. You'll have a better understanding of your purpose. But if you don't take that trip and the darkness comes visit you, it's a guest that will never leave.
Go find that waterfall.
It's a guest that will never leave. Ooh, you got to go confront that darkness. And I'm proud to say I have confronted that darkness. I lost myself and I came back. Fuck. Makes so much sense. Don't be afraid to lose yourself and kill the old version of you and come back bigger, better, faster, stronger. There are people who have seen me come back out on the timeline that are like, wait, what the fuck? Wait, I haven't seen you. What in the hell is going on? Hey, man, should have been paying attention. Who's to say, who's to know, but glad you're noticing now. Man, lose your mind. It just might be the greatest thing you ever chose to do. Your third clip of the day here on your second segment, Your Reaction Refinery, features a man that I hold in high regard, as well as Swirl One and DEEZY. Many people hold this man in high regard. He is the coach of the Colorado Beefaloes. May not be the coach this upcoming year, with both of his sons potentially hitting the draft. So we'll see, or all 3 of his sons. Rather. We'll see what the hell happens. Oh, he is Mike. He's still going to be there. All right. Okay. Who's to know? Wouldn't be surprised if he gets a little more money. Who's to know? However, Coach Prime joining us this morning, the one and only Deion Sanders, was on a little bit of a media tour this past week during the Super Bowl. And there were some things, he had some, if you saw, he had some riz out there. Ooh, damn, Coach Prime. He still got it. I'm just saying, that ain't what we're watching this morning. We're watching some perspective from Coach Prime, a man who is rather astute, one would say, who says that the only thing you should chase is greatness.
Go chase a bag instead of chase the game. Chase the game. The game got the bag. Don't chase the bag. The bag ain't got the game. Chase the game, because that's going to sustain you for a moment. This right here is going to maintain you forever. I've never chased money in my life. I've chased greatness. And guess what came with greatness? The money.
Don't chase the game. Chase the game. Don't chase the bag, because the game's got the bag, but the bag ain't got the game. I don't even know what else you say. I mean, that's spot on, point blank, period. If that's a man, Deion Sanders, who clearly is well off, and he's telling you he's never chased money his entire life, all he's ever done is wanted to be great, change, create impact in this life, change others' lives along the way. Look what's came along with it. So why can't you? Why can't you? Oh, that's right, because all you're focused on is money. All you want is the money. All you want is the Lambo. All you want is the fucking $1 million mansion. Not the real purpose, the real fulfillment, the real greatness. You just want fame. You don't want notoriety. You want people to know your name. You don't want people to know your work. And see, I fall on the latter side of things because notoriety leaves a legacy. And that's what gets remembered in this world. That's when your name is etched in the stars. When they say, oh, that because of that person, I did something. And that's what we're going after here. And man, that is just so powerful. So many people chase the bag, but the bag ain't got no game. It's just the bag. It's just a little bit of paper with some dead faces on it. But if you chase the game, you're going to get something that maintains you for life, not just sustains you for a little bit. And then inevitably you get the things that sustain you through choosing to maintain yourself.
Bro, I love it. Hey, all you have to do is pay attention to what is on your plate. Stop looking everywhere else and start saying, hey, you know, I need this money for that. I need this money for that. No, it's 100% in you to go ahead and make something happen by just learning your craft, being a better you, getting up every day and just one step at a time. Hey, I tell you right now, I was talking to Kelly and Pride. They just make one piece of bread at a time, one loaf at a time. They don't worry about the rest. So look what's happened on the way. They have inherently gotten better. I mean, God, they got a new truck. They weren't focused on the truck or trying to get any money from it. They were just focused on the purpose, having fun, doing all the things they like. And now teaching classes, have a fresh stream of customers. Things are happening for them. That's what it comes down to. They just paid attention to what they wanted to do. They're having fun. You see Pride cooking in the kitchen. He's singing, moving around, raising hell. The guy's just having a ball in there. I can just picture going like this, and I can just picture it. And that's what it takes, is a complete, absolute obsession for what you're doing. And the greatness will show, and people will pay so much to taste that greatness, especially when it comes in the form of a babka, or, you know, maybe a biscochito from In the Kitchen with Pride.
Chocolate babkas ain't nothing to fuck with. I tell you what. Woo-wee! They got some pretty good stuff coming out of that old kitchen. Who's to say, who's to know? A sourdough that's had a starter since like the 1950s or something. I don't know. It's crazy over there. They got shit going down. Check them out. InTheKitchenWithPride.com. Yeah, we don't get paid to say that, but we also will pay them to eat shit out of their things. Who's to say, who's to know? However, my friends, your fourth and final clip of this fine morning show comes to you from a man who goes by the name of Cute Blackson, or Kute. It might be Kute. Kute Blackson is Kute. And he is here this morning to give us some perspective and really bring everything full circle and wrap it up real nice and neat, paper, plastic, and put a bow on everything we've been talking about so far. He's going to give us some perspective on the energy of surrender versus the energy of control.
Deeper I go, the less choice I have, the freer I feel. The more an ego I was, the more choice I thought I had, the more limited I was. What I have found through my experience is when we surrender, things may not go according to plan, but it will often be beyond your plan. And when you surrender, what I have found is you will always end up, always. This is a promise. You talk about promise. You will always end up in the right place at the right time with the right people doing the right thing, even though the path that you take may not be the one that you most expect.
Damn. Less choice, more freedom. What? The deeper I go, I realize the less choice I have and the more freedom I gain. But the higher I stay in my ego and trying to control everything, I realize I have more choices, but less freedom. Whoa. And instead of trying to control everything and make every action perfect and everything on the path toward manifestation's got to look just this way or else it's not going to be manifested the right way, maybe that's not your path. Maybe you're looking at a certain path and the right path is way over here and you just got to keep following the twists and the bends and eventually it'll break off. It's going to be that moment, the fork in the road, rainbows, puppy dogs, and unicorns, or the valley of the shadow of death. And you got to make the decision of the valley of the shadow of death if you want to find the true path. That's what he's talking about. And you just got to surrender. You got to surrender on the path. It's not the only action you got to worry about taking is just putting one foot in front of the other and continuously walking down the path. The energy of surrender, realizing that the less choice you have, the more freedom you have, and the more at peace and the more at the perfect point in your path you are. It will always happen. It's always happened in my life. I can attest to it. If you just let go and let it happen, let God control, let it just happen, you will always be in the right place, doing the right thing with the right people at the exact right time you were supposed to do it. Happened a million times for me, and I know it can happen for you.
He's absolutely right. When you let go of your ego and you stop thinking about, hey, I'm going to control everything in my life, and it's going to be exactly like this and exactly like that, then you realize that it's going to be what it's going to be. It is what it is. And I'm just going to try to create the best me I can. All of a sudden, what you thought it was going to look like, maybe it doesn't quite look like that. Like the other day, I said, hey, I never travel on Sundays. Guess what? My new reality, that's what it looks like. I'm not afraid of it. I'm just open to it. Okay. Somebody said, hey, by the way, I need you here on this day or that day. And I'm like, man, I've got PTO. I got this. I got that. I can't do that on that. You know what I said? I'm not even going to fight it. You know what? Sounds good. I'll be there. Not even going to fight it. I'm just going to let it happen. Who am I to dictate how things are going to happen to me in this newfound area, new room, new experience, new knowledge, new skill set? I'm going to, if it's coming to me, I have to go and meet the connection so I can feel the laser beam. So I have to go to it sometimes. And maybe that doesn't happen the way it did before. Maybe it doesn't happen in the Monday through Friday 9 to 5 that you have now. Maybe it does happen at Saturday night at 7 p.m. during your favorite show, and you have to miss your favorite show because that's when the connection happens. That's when you have to just open yourself to those possibilities. Don't shy from them, and definitely don't do what you want to do because you'll miss that opportunity to touch that laser.
Man, I love how this is all built upon itself today. Woo-hoo! Good stuff in the reaction refinery. What we want wants us. Shout out to Rumi and Soul XI. Lose your mind. Chase greatness. Shout out Coach Prime. And the energy of surrender or the energy of control. Shout out Kute Blackton. Whew, man. I might have to take my sweatshirt off after that. It's firing up in here. The heat is going. Man, I hope you brought a fire extinguisher to this show, my friends. I tell you what, we are cooking on a Thursday morning. And maybe you don't know, but we're about to go and head into the final segment of the day. We've given you some thoughts, some perspective. We watched some clips. Now it's time to connect directly with you. Maybe you've had something burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul over the duration of the program. Maybe you got some additional perspective on something we've been talking about. Maybe some knowledge and insights, a little offshoot rabbit hole from a topic we went down. Potentially you got a question from something we spoke on, or maybe even a question on your own obstacle and you think we could give you some insights to help you turn it into an opportunity. Well, now is your chance to put it right over there in the live chat if you haven't already, because after we get through this brief transition, we're going to shift up on the screen and pop those comments out one at a time. Nah, me. As we get into your third and final segment of the day, the final arrow is out of the quiver and we shoot it your way in your Answers from the Anvil. Okie dokie artichokes. Here we are for the third and final segment of the day, your Answers from the Anvil, where we connect with you, the live viewer, get some more perspective, and hopefully help you find the answers that you're looking for in this life. My friends, you know what time it is, so let's shift up on the screen. Shout out DWEZYY. Who we got out there, my guy? Mr. Angel SD. Shout out Mr. Pecueto. Great morning, F&F crew. Great morning to you, SD. Always a pleasure to see you up in the chat. Appreciate you starting your day the right way here at F&F. Kim Jones, Mama Cap. It's a tremendous Thursday to be alive. Kicking off with Forge and Fuel. Shout out Mama Bear. Appreciate you always being live in prime time in the chat. Brian Live Dog, Livingston GM Diamond Handers. Great morning, Live Dog. Hope you're having a solid start to the day. Hardworking hauling that hardwood, my good friend. Shout out to you, Live Dog. JK Big Time, our nation's capital connection. Life is simple. Stop worrying about the uncontrollables. We'll be posting some interesting data in the Gateway EOM. I always like when JK says that, because then this post comes out and it's all types of shit that I wasn't even expecting, and it gives me so many more rabbit holes to go down. I'm looking forward to the end of the month post. Shout out JK Big Time. We appreciate you, big guy. Thanks for being live in the chat. Pride Stanford. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. Hey, man, I lean into it. I ain't afraid, man. They used to call me Vanilla Ice in college. And I say, yeah, Vanilla Ice will take your bitch. Motherfucker, what you better watch your girlfriend over there. She gonna go home with Vanilla Ice. Yeah, and they look at me all crazy and shit. I said, test me. She gonna go home with Vanilla Ice tonight.
I mean,
who's to say, who's to know? You think I ain't crazy? I said, ice, ice, baby. Starts dancing over to her. Test me, chicken sucker. Test me. Your girlfriend gonna go home with Vanilla Ice tonight. Who's to say, who's to know? Hide your girlfriends, hide your wives. Vanilla Ice is out on the street. Shout out Pride Stanford. Bill S.E. Squire makes soul patches great again. 150%. I'm tempted.
Yes.
All this talk about Vanilla Ice and soul patches, I'm tempted. I am tempted all of a sudden. Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out to you, Bill. In progress, our guy IP, Treadmill Tragedy. Hashtag Treadmill Tragedy. Oh, what a morning laugh. Shout out in progress. Appreciate you being live in prime time. Great morning, Grammy P. GP in the building. Great morning, family. Blessings to all. Great morning to you, GP. Appreciate you being here as always. Love Charlie Chicken Sucker, old Chucky boy. Who's to say, who's to know what we do with that new DHMG mascot? I think everybody's starting to like him. Who's to say, who's to know?
He's awesome.
G. Lou, manifest the next chapter in your life. Make sure you write your autobiography to your liking. Live life without regret. 150% G. Lou. Shout out to you and Mrs. G. Lou. Whatever you two are up to on this beautiful Thursday morning. Who else we got? D's a little Mrs. Metal in the chat. Late to the party, but we still got her daily reminder due to some frogs. But her reminder is to live your life in such a way that if someone spoke badly of you, no one would believe it. Ooh, that's good. That's real good right there. I like that. And have the people in your corner that would say, nah, I don't know about that. That's not the swirl I know. No, see, what I know and what we've done together at X, Y, and Z, I've had those conversations. I've gone to bat with motherfuckers. I've gone to war with sons of bitches for 4 hours straight, and they still didn't believe me. And I got tired of wasting breath. I was going to want back on my deathbed. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. You ain't going to believe me anyway. So, all right, you just keep speaking badly. We're going to keep going forward. Shout out Mrs. Meadow. Oh, great reminder right there. That's some stuff. G. Lou, let go and let God. Yes, sir. The simplest 5-word sentence in the world that'll give you so much power. Let go, let God, surrender control, and just let it happen. Good stuff, G. Lou. Fire Flame says, Jared Albright, shout out to you and the Albright Fur Farm over there on Rumble today. Fire Flame Heat today. Thank you, guys. 1% a day. It all adds up. Manifesting our dreams. Thank you. Our pleasure, Mr. Albright. Thank you for tuning in, being live in the chat, keeping it hopping and popping all morning long. More people should be like Jared Albright. Who's to say, who's to know? More people should be like the Diamond Ham fam. We got some great humming beans around. I appreciate the hell out of all you over there live in prime time in the chat. Keeping that third segment rocking and rolling, baby. But my friends, that appears to me, that's all we got coming your way. And it's time to wrap this show up for the day. We got a few reminders, some things to get you up to speed on before we officially flip the old open sign to close. So let's work on getting those things checked off the list. We begin by checking back in with the man, the myth, the legend who sits on the opposite side, the co-host with the mo-host of this fine morning program, DJ Swirl One. Any final thoughts, reminders, comments, perspectives, questions, anything in between for episode 668?
Boy, was today Fire Flame Heat. I enjoyed the heck out of it. I am so fired up, ready to rock today. Matter of fact, if I didn't have a meeting here in a few minutes, I'd probably go outside and get after the snow right now. But I'll get to it when I got some time. But I appreciate you listening to us either live or maybe recorded. Share the space. Maybe go back and listen to it again if you need a little bit more inspiration as you're hanging out throughout your day. Also, my friends, tonight, as you know, is Thursday. Cap will probably tell you a little bit more about that. So there's always something good going on at the Gateway. So we might want to jump in there if you like. Or if you're at the GACC, country club, hanging out in the greens, you can play some poker if you want to. Pull up and do that as well. Who's to say, who's to know? Might be able to make yourself a few extra shekels in there. Hope you're doing great today. Thank you for being here. You are amazing. Go do something amazing. Think about something that you want, and then just make a step in that right direction. Go look for your proverbial laser beam bulb today. Shout out to Cap. Appreciate you, DZ, wherever you are.
Shout out, Swirl One. Appreciate you, man. That laser beam ball or whatever the hell that thing's called. I'm gonna print out a picture of that, slap it on my wall. That's a fucking thought right there. Who's to say? No. Shout out to you, good sir. Appreciate all your vibes, your knowledge, your insights all morning long. Thanks for holding it down on the opposite side of the screen and helping these people start their day the right way, baby. Speaking of all you beautiful people, a couple of reminders for you. If you missed it last night, we had Decoding the Divide, and boy, oh boy, did we cover the government. Woo! We went all the way back to 1607, gave you shit you haven't heard forever, maybe things you didn't even learn in history class, and made you realize why our government was originally created, how far away we've got from that shit, and now how we're getting a little bit of an opportunity, albeit maybe only 4 years, strap in, to get away from a little bit of that corruption. If you want
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Some good, solid knowledge, some good, solid perspective. Absolutely, Donnie. We love you, buddy. Hey, if you ever want a guest on the show, we'd love to interview you and have a great convo. Who's to say, who's to know? But we talked all about government last night. If you want some red pills, you want to go down some rabbit holes, they were plentiful yesterday evening. Decoding the Divide, episode 11. You can find the recording on X, and you can also find it on our Rumble, Diamond Hand Media Group, if you're not already subscribed to our Rumble. And another reminder, Swirl already said it, but it is Thursday night. And this is a bi-weekly networking meeting week for the Diamond Hand fam. So tonight, we have our meeting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific. If you haven't RSVP'd already, make sure you do so you can access the room once we open her up at that time. And if you're not already in the Gateway, probably a great day to start your 7-day free trial. You can experience the full benefits of everything we got going on at the hub and not even pay a damn dime and say, well, this is a bunch of bullshit. Why'd I even waste my time? Or you say, whoa, holy shit, they gave this for free. Shut up and take my money. I want to be a part of this forever. Maybe be like Fry on Futurama. Who's to say, who's to know? But we would love to see you in the Gateway a little later on after this show. If you're looking for the link for the Gateway, maybe to Mine and Shine Apparel so you can rock some merch from this show. Maybe to the GAC Pro Shop so you can give old Grandpa Ape Country Club a little support, don't you know? Maybe our website, maybe other social platforms, maybe other places that this show or other shows is broadcasted on. You can find it all in the links of this episode's description. And while you're laughing down there, perusing through those, maybe you could take a moment to smash the subscribe button. Oh, shit. Smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, hit a like button, hit a comment, post out your own clip, repost a clip we posted, leave another comment, hit another notification bell, visit the website, tell somebody about it as well. All I'm trying to tell you is just go over there and smash the absolute shit out of whatever buttons you currently see on your screen, because it only helps us grow and flow and continue to make this show and all the shows that fall under the Diamond Hand Media Group umbrella bigger and better for each and every one of you. But my friends, that is all we have coming your way today. No more updates, reminders, perspective, insights, or knowledge, but it is recorded if you do need to go back for any enjoyment throughout this Thursday. However, as James Brown once said, it's time to get on up and get on nah. But before we do, a couple of things I would appreciate it if you'd allow us to remind you. Number one, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse. What? So stop banging your fucking rattle on your high chair, click out of the son of a bitch, and get back to work. Number two, even a dead fish can go with the flow. What? So maybe stop floating downstream and try turning around and using those fins that God blessed you with for a change. And number three, being that this program here is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, I ask you keep in mind at DHMG, we don't only HOLD, we hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Shout out to each and every one of you flexing those diamond hands on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for investing your most valuable resources and assets with us here this morning, your time and your attention. We'll continue to pay back those resources that you could have invested a million and one other places, but you chose to here with a little high quality ROI by showing up every day on the consistent, persistent pursuit of our passions and being right by your side while you pursue yours. But for now, my friends, we ask that you remember that you are kind, you are smart, you are important, and you are loved. We appreciate the hell out of you for being the change, being different, the 1%, setting the precedent that we want to see on YouTube, on X, on Rumble, and in this entire wide world. To you OGs, thanks for being the Diamond Hand fam. We'll catch y'all on the flip side tonight if you're an OG in the Gateway for our meeting, baby. Or maybe another show in between now and then. Maybe a Discord, a VC, or Gateway, or DM group chat, wherever. You know what the vibes will be. But for now, friends and family, we officially bid thee adieu. And we say unto you, peace and love.